We're glad to have your company tonight. My name is Enora Gladys Abatoni. Now let's kick off with the details. On Friday, 24th July 2026, His Excellency Kagame Paul, the President of the Republic of Rwanda, chaired a cabinet meeting at Urugwiro village. Cabinet was briefed on key initiatives aimed at advancing Rwanda's transition towards a knowledge-based, cashless and digitally driven economy, namely the establishment of the Rwanda Institute of Computing, RIC. Modernizing telecommunications infrastructure from 2G to 3G to 4G and 5G networks, and the rollout of eCash as an interoperable national digital payment platform to accelerate financial inclusion and digital transactions. Cabinet approved the establishment of the Rwanda National Nature Foundation, RNF, and a dedicated body to strengthen the protection, conservation and sustainable management of Rwanda's wildlife and protected areas. Cabinet approved the Rwanda Food Innovation Ecosystem Strategy and the establishment of the Rwanda Food Innovation Partnership aimed at fast-tracking innovation in food systems through agile regulation, attracting investment, creating jobs and strengthening food security and nutrition. Cabinet approved the draft law approving a ratification of the financing agreement between the Republic of Rwanda and the International Development Association relating to a second additional financing for the Recovery and Resilience project signed at Kigali on June 25th, 2026. Cabinet approved the ministerial order on authorizations relating to dynamites or accessories. Cabinet approved the following policies, strategies and programs. Applications for Rwanda nationality, shareholders agreement between the government of Rwanda and GSC, National Meeting Mining Company, for the establishment of a joint venture to undertake mineral exploration and mining activities in Rwanda. Concession agreement between the government of Rwanda and Inapezelevo Rwanda Limited for the high-value therapeutic crops project. Amendment to the power purchase agreement between EUCL and Nyirahindwe HPP relating to the development and operation of the Nyirahindwe 1 hydropower plant in Nyamasheke district. Cabinet granted agreement to the proposed Ambassador Council and representative of international organizations as follows. Mrs. Jirusaya Birananda, Ambassador of Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Kingdom of Thailand to the Republic of Rwanda with residence in Nairobi. Mrs. Marie Goret Nizigama, UN Women Country Representative in the Republic of Rwanda. Mr. Anton Butigej, proposed Honorary Consul of Rwanda to the Republic of Malta. AOBs, the Minister of National Unity and Civic Engagement, informed Cabinet of Umuganura 2026 celebrations scheduled on 7th August 2026. The Minister of Finance and Economic Planning informed Cabinet on the upcoming 26th ESAA-MLG Council of Ministers, Eastern and Southern Africa Anti-Money Laundering Group, scheduled to take place in Kigali from 31st August to 5th September 2026. The Minister of Agriculture and Animal Resources informed Cabinet of the Africa Food Systems Forum AFCF Summit 2026 to be held in Kigali from 1st to 4th September 2026. The event will also mark the forum's 20th anniversary. Done at Kigali on 24th July 2026, digitally signed by the Prime Minister Dr. Nsengiyumva Justin. Moving on with more news ahead, the First Lady Jeanette Kagame has called on the Rwanda's youth to make the most of the opportunities available in the country, urging them to work hard, work wisely and pursue their goals with purpose, saying they hold the nation's future in their hands. She made the remarks while officially launching the Imbuto Hubs community centers designed to provide children, young people and adults with access to the knowledge, skills and support they need to grow and thrive. We do have the details. The past 25 years, Imbuto Foundation has been implementing programs aimed at improving the well-being of Rwandans. The foundation has now entered a new phase through a flagship initiative known as Imbuto Hubs, which brings together education, healthcare, counseling, talent development, and skills training in one location. When you look closely, every great journey begins with a single step. A house is built one stone at a time. Likewise, a tree begins a tiny seed planted in the ground. But when that seed is given fertilizer, water, and sunlight, it grows into a magnificent tree. That is the philosophy that guides Imbuto Foundation. The Bugesera Imbuto Hub is the first center to be officially inaugurated by First Lady Jeanette Kagame, who also serves as the chairperson of Imbuto Foundation. During the ceremony, she emphasized that every person is like a seed, capable of growing and flourishing when given the right opportunities. We believe that every person is a seed. If we provide them with essentials, education, healthcare, values, and opportunities, they can grow and transform both their families and the nation. For the past 25 years, we have been planting seeds of knowledge, opportunity, and hope. Some have already borne fruit, while others are still growing, because building a person is not something that happens overnight. Today, we are not simply inaugurating a building, we are planting another seed, a new phase that will bring opportunities even closer to communities, create platforms where young people can showcase their talents, and contribute to building stronger, safer, and more capable Rwandan families. The Bugesera Imbuto Hub features more than 20 rooms used for learning and delivering a wide range of services. It also includes modern sports facilities for different games, as well as a children's recreation area where parents and their young children can spend quality time together. Parents in Bugesera welcome the initiative, saying it offers a safe and supportive environment where their journey can develop both academically and creatively. I have a child who has completed primary 3 and is now going into primary 4. There is a program here that encourages children to love mathematics. Honestly, since joining this center, I have seen a remarkable improvement in my child's mathematical skills and interest in the subject. I also have a younger daughter who is learning traditional dance here, something we previously had nowhere to access. We are fortunate to have this facility in Bugesera. It has been extremely beneficial for both children and parents. Children and young people also expressed their excitement about having a place where they can learn, meet, and showcase their talents. We now have excellent meeting rooms. Before this, we used to hold our meetings in dilapidated buildings. We appreciate our leaders for advocating on our behalf. Today, we can comfortably meet in modern facilities equipped with air conditioning. We are confident that the youth of Bugesera will now achieve even greater results in different activities we undertake. First Lady Jeanette Kagame once again reminded young people that the future of Rwanda lies in their hands and urged them to make wise use of opportunities the country continues to provide.
Inzozi zacu nuko umunsi umwe umwana wese aho yaba avukiye hose atazongera kumva ko amahirwe arayabama.
Our dream is that every child, regardless of where they are born, will never again feel that opportunities belong only to a privileged few. Talent does not depend on where you are born. Young people, you have opportunities that previous generations never had. However, those opportunities will only benefit you if you use them wisely. Be curious and eager to learn. Develop a culture of hard work, but also work thoughtfully and with purpose. It is not enough to work hard. You must also work well and intentionally. It is expected that within the next year, Imbuto hubs will be established in every district across Rwanda. Construction is already underway on additional hubs in Muhanga, Kicukiro, and Rwamagana districts. On Friday evening, the First Lady attended the celebration marking the 15th anniversary of Solid Africa's establishment in Rwanda. The anniversary celebrated the organization's achievements in the past decade and a half, during which it has carried out various charitable activities, including providing meals to the patients and their caregivers in several hospitals across Rwanda, as well as to students in schools. Patients and caregivers who have benefited from Solid Africa say the organization helped them remain hopeful during difficult times while receiving medical care by making meals easily accessible, as obtaining food is often one of the biggest challenges for those who spend extended periods in hospitals as patients or caregivers. The organization's chief executive officer, Nasir Katuramu, said he appreciates the organization's partners, including the Imbuto Foundation, whose support has enabled to build Solid Africa, a modern kitchen that helps prepare nutritious meals for patients, caregivers, and students.
We have achieved a lot over the 1.5 decades that have passed, and so we are taking a moment to reflect on that, to celebrate it as we prepare for another 15 years of impact. Solid Africa is a Rwandan non-profit. We are best known for our work feeding patients in hospitals, but really what we do is work very closely with the government to put in place public nutrition infrastructure. And that can be seen in public hospitals and even now in public schools. And what we do is that we build that value chain from the farm all the way to the plate, ensuring that patients as well as students in public schools are able to receive nutritious meals every single day. The story of Solid Africa started 15 years ago, which is what we're celebrating here today. It was started by young people, very passionate young Rwandans, who decided that patients not being able to receive food while they are in hospital cannot remain as the norm. And so they took it upon themselves to start cooking food at home, and they bring it to the patients in the hospitals. And what started by a few people became a movement over time. A lot of young people joined in the cause, and they cooked food from home, and they would bring bread, they would bring milk, they would bring food that they have cooked in their own kitchens, and they would give that to patients in the hospitals. And they did that for close to 9 years before we then were able to access financial support from Imbuto Foundation and Mohammed VI Foundation from Morocco, which enabled us to build our first industrial kitchen in Rusororo. And that was when we were able to start operating as an institution. And from that point on, we have really expanded. We now have several kitchens, both for hospital feeding as well as for school feeding. We currently deliver meals to close to 1,700 patients across 6 different public hospitals. We do breakfast, we do lunch, we do dinner. And in 2024, we also ventured into school feeding. And that program has also grown tremendously. Over a period of 2 years, we're now delivering meals to up to 30,000 students every single day in partnership with the Ministry of Education. Of course, powering all that is the agricultural produce, because to make food, you need the ingredients. And so we work with farmers. And so we are currently procuring our supplies of raw food from up to 7,000 farmers who distribute food to us, and we're able to cook that, turn it into nutritious meals that we then take to hospitals and schools. We are very much focused on expanding our work. Over the last 15 years, we have refined and improved our model, our approach. We call it a farm-to-plate model. And what that involves is building a supply chain, working with farmers, supporting those farmers to practice sustainable forms of agriculture, buying from them at the end of the harvest. It also involves building kitchens and operating those kitchens to produce nutritious meals every single day for schools and hospitals. And it also involves gathering data and evidence that can help inform government policy, hence our strong partnership with the government. And so right now our focus is, having refined that model over the last 15 years, our focus is very much on growing and expanding. And so we have plans of increasing the number of hospitals that we are serving meals to. We also have plans to increase the number of schools that we are serving meals to. That is really very much our focus over the next 2 to 3 years.
Solid Africa is a non-profit organization founded in 2010. To date, it has provided meals to more than 130,000 patients and caregivers in Rwanda and works with 6 hospitals. The University Teaching Hospital of Kigali, Sehashika, Kibagabaga Hospital, Muhima Hospital, Nyarugenge, Masaka, and Rwinkwavu Hospital. In addition, the organization also provides meals to 15,000 students in 11 schools. Now moving on with more news ahead, Japanese cuisine is gaining popularity in Rwanda, reflecting changing consumer tastes and the country's growing international outlook. Now, Japan is leveraging its culinary heritage not only to share its culture but also to deepen bilateral ties and unlock opportunities in tourism, trade and hospitality. William Evans Mutabazi reports.
Precision knife skills to carefully balance flavors, Japanese cuisine, known as washoku, took center stage at the Kigali Marriott Hotel. Chefs, hospitality professionals, and food enthusiasts gathered for live culinary demonstration showcasing techniques and traditions that have earned washoku recognition as UNESCO intangible cultural heritage beyond the artistry of the dishes. The event reflects Japanese growing use of food diplomacy to foster cultural exchanges, strengthen bilateral relations, and promote its food industry in emerging markets such as Rwanda.
Food brings happiness, and food is really create a kind of exchange between the people. Food has got its own history as your food. Rwandan food has your history of cuisine, cutlery, and we also had a long history of these food culture. Showing it, taste it, and enjoy it. Each other will create more value in creating a bilateral relationship between you and us.
The program was organized in partnership with the Japan Food Product Overseas Promotion Center as part of efforts to expand awareness of Japanese cuisine and increase demand for Japanese food products overseas. As Rwanda's restaurant scene becomes more diverse and international tourism continues to grow, organizers see increasing opportunities for Japanese ingredients, culinary training, and business partnership.
As Rwanda is, I will say, it's all about people enjoy food over here. As Rwanda is a tourism country, we have a lot of expats coming in the country where we have beautiful local food, but at the same time I believe people should explore some more food also. If you can see the trend in the market, a lot of Rwandans and a lot of Africans nowadays are liking in Asian food. So I believe this one was a very good event, and the chef will go all over the city, take back some beautiful notes where they can go back and they can give the authentic Japanese food to the guest over here. And I believe such events are very good to promote every country their food.
For Rwanda's hospitality sector, the exchange is also an opportunity to sharpen professional skills and diversify dining experiences for growing international clientele. Industry players say exposure to global culinary standards helps prepare local chefs to compete in an increasingly competitive tourism and conference market.
There are 3 main points that stood out for me. One was the importance of tradition that they use in their cuisines. Secondly was the techniques and the whole cultural exchange in the food industry. So as a local chef here, it also inspired me to use our traditions and techniques that we have in our culture. There's a possibility to upscale our cuisine to the global standard, and also to be a part of the Japanese cuisine, to involve it more into our food industry in the city, and yeah.
As Rwanda strengthens its position as a destination for tourism, business and international events, initiatives like these show that cuisine can be far more than a cultural experience, serving as a platform for diplomacy, trade, skills development, and stronger international partnerships.
The East African Christian College has launched the Neighbors Merit Scholarship Fund to help academically outstanding but financially disadvantaged students access higher education. The scholarship will support 500 students every year, reinforcing the institution's commitment to expanding educational opportunities and nurturing future leaders. Speaking at the launch, the Archbishop of the Anglican Church of Rwanda, the Most Reverend Dr. Laurent Banda, said the initiative is an investment in the nation's future.
To start a university that will welcome students from East Africa, but mainly focusing on Rwandans. We also wanted to establish a faculty of theology so that we can meet the need that the churches had. So we now have East African Christian College that has health science, that has business, that has theology, that has education, and that also has early childhood development program. So today we launched a scholarship fund. And the scholarship fund will be giving 500 scholarships each year to students who merit it and who need it, deserving students, if I can say that, both academically and financially needy. And that is a legacy. There's a life-giving. And so we will be admitting the best performing students, but who are also needy, and provide them scholarships through their whole academic year, if it is 3 years or if it is 4 years. So those funds are there. We want to grow these institutions so that if people want to stay in the country, they won't have any excuse of saying we don't have good education in the country. So when I say funding, and funding 500 students a year, that's what we call a merit scholarship. It's based on the academic performance from your high school, it's based on your character, it's based on your discipline, it's also based on need. And so when you get that scholarship, you don't just get the first year and you are done and you have it. No, we will refer you throughout the 4 years and see your performance, see your character, see your discipline, so that you can continue almost earning that scholarship every year until you graduate. We want the graduates who can compete on the job market. We just don't want the graduates who will leave and then go fizzle out or do different things. So it's exciting. It's exciting. We want to build a good institution. I think this is a good institution, and we are excited about it.
The 2026 CECAFA Kagame Cup has officially kicked off in Rwanda, marking the 6th time the country has hosted East and Central Africa's premier regional club football tournament. We do have the details. A total of 12 clubs from 8 countries across the Council for East and Central Africa Football Association CECAFA region are competing for this year's title. The tournament brings together some of the region's top football clubs, providing a platform to showcase talent, strengthen regional ties, and promote competitive football. The CECAFA Kagame Cup is an annual club competition organized by the Council for East and Central Africa Football Association, CECAFA. Named after Rwandan President Paul Kagame, the tournament has become one of the region's most prestigious football competitions, featuring champion clubs and leading teams from CECAFA member associations. Foreign teams participating in the year's tournament say they have received a warm welcome in Rwanda and are looking forward to the competition. Ronald Ngala, a representative from Gor Mahia FC of Kenya, said the team is delighted to be in Rwanda and is fully prepared to compete for the title.
Rwanda is beautiful, it is warm, the weather is favorable. We arrived here on 16th of July because we had a prior assignment, a friendly match against Rayo on the Rayo day. It went well, and we decided not to go back. We just stayed around, and today we are facing our first match of CECAFA tournament. We are very ready to meet APR. APR, I know it is one of the top teams in Rwanda. We've played them before. We played them about 5 times with mixed results. Some we won, some they won, some we drew, and they are not a new team to us, so we are ready for them.
The 2026 CECAFA Kagame Cup is expected to attract football fans from across the region as clubs battle for regional supremacy while strengthening sporting cooperation among CECAFA member nations. The tournament also provides an opportunity for Rwanda to showcase its world-class sporting facilities and its growing reputation as a host of major international sporting events. And now that wraps up today's English News Bulletin. On behalf of the whole team, thank you so much for watching. Have a good night, stay safe, and to stay with Rwanda Television, stay safe.